Did you know that behind the calm and collected exterior of a Virgo lies a powerful mind that can transform chaos into clarity? Imagine having the ability to see details others miss, stay grounded when life gets overwhelming, and quietly guide yourself and those around you toward success. It's not just luck or talent, it's a unique blend of traits that shape how Virgos think, feel, and act every day. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden strengths of Virgo. But this isn't just about zodiac signs or surface-level traits. We'll explore the psychological and astrological forces that drive their precision, resilience, and emotional wisdom. You might find pieces of yourself reflected in these insights, or discover new ways to grow and handle your own challenges. If you're ready to uncover powerful lessons that go beyond astrology and tap into real-life transformation, you're in the right place. Stay with me as we break down these qualities one by one, each with deep meaning and practical value. Before we start, if you love exploring the mysteries of personality and growth, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Sharing this video with friends could spark their own journey of self-discovery too. Let's get started. There's something truly fascinating about the way Virgos bring order to the chaos around them. It's almost as if their mind naturally craves structure, not just for the sake of neatness, but because it helps them find peace amidst life's unpredictability. Think about the last time you faced a messy, overwhelming situation. Maybe your workspace was cluttered, or your to-do list seemed endless and confusing. Chances are, if a Virgo were there, they'd instinctively start organizing, sorting, and breaking things down into manageable pieces. This is not simply about being neat or controlling their environment. Deep down, creating order is a way for Virgos to stabilize their emotions and feel secure. When everything has its place, the noise of the world quiets, and they can think clearly. This need for order isn't rigid or obsessive, but a powerful tool that helps Virgos make decisions with confidence. For example, imagine a project at work that's spiraling out of control. A Virgo's approach might seem quiet or behind the scenes, but they're the ones quietly creating systems, setting priorities, and making sure every detail is accounted for. This systematic thinking allows them to transform chaos into calm, which is a true superpower in today's fast-paced, unpredictable world. And the beautiful part is, this strength isn't limited to their professional life. It spills over into their personal relationships, their home, and even how they care for themselves. When you start noticing that sometimes, when life feels overwhelming, the first step toward peace is simply bringing a little order to our surroundings. And the truth is, anyone can learn this skill. Start small. Clear your desk, plan your day, or list your priorities. You might be surprised how much clarity and calm it brings, just like it does for Virgo. Closely connected to this is their incredible attention to detail. Virgos have a way of noticing things that many people simply overlook. This isn't just about spotting a typo or remembering an appointment. It's a deeper kind of awareness. It's the ability to read between the lines, to sense subtle shifts in a conversation, or to catch warning signs before problems grow. Imagine someone proofreading an important report and catching a small error that could have caused major issues later. That's a classic Virgo moment. But beyond that, their attention to detail extends to emotional awareness too. They can sense when a friend is upset before they say a word, or they notice the little things that make a relationship stronger. This skill makes Virgos excellent problem solvers and reliable partners. When life throws curveballs, their sharp eyes help them find solutions before situations escalate. Think about a time when you've avoided a misunderstanding just because you paid close attention to the small signals someone was sending. That's the kind of power Virgo wields naturally. It's a gentle but mighty strength, one that teaches us the value of slowing down, observing, and listening carefully in a world that often rushes past the details. If you want to develop this in yourself, start by practicing mindfulness. Slow down your thoughts, observe your surroundings without judgment, and tune into the small things, whether in your work, your relationships, or your inner world. The more you train your mind to notice, the more you'll uncover hidden opportunities and prevent unnecessary problems. And just like Virgo, this attention to detail can become a foundation for greater success and harmony in your life. Then there is Virgo's well-known perfectionism. Now, this word often gets a bad reputation. We hear about perfectionism as if it's a flaw, a source of stress, or unrealistic expectations. But in Virgo, perfectionism takes on a deeper meaning. It's not about being obsessed with flaws or impossible standards. Instead, it's a heartfelt drive toward continuous improvement and self-mastery. Virgos push themselves to refine their skills, to deliver their best work, and to set a high bar, not just for themselves, but also for the people around them. Imagine an artist who doesn't stop painting until every brushstroke feels just right. Or a teacher who prepares lessons late into the night because they want their students to truly understand. That relentless pursuit of excellence is what, at the same time, this quality reminds us to see perfection not as a destination, but as a journey. It encourages patience with ourselves and others, and a commitment to growing rather than settling. However, if you recognize perfectionism in yourself, it's important to balance it with self-compassion. Virgos can sometimes be their own harshest critics. The key is to use this drive as motivation, not punishment. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and remember that growth is a lifelong process. When harnessed well, perfectionism becomes a powerful ally, pushing you forward with purpose and passion. Responsibility is another deep root in Virgo's character. It's more than just fulfilling duties or meeting deadlines. It's a sense of ethical commitment that shapes how they live and relate to others. Virgos take their promises seriously, not because they feel pressured, but because their inner values call them to be dependable and trustworthy. This sense of responsibility builds a quiet confidence that others naturally rely on. Think about a friend or colleague who you know will always be there when you need them. Someone who won't disappear when things get tough or avoid difficult conversations. That's the energy Virgo brings into every commitment. Whether it's a personal relationship, a work project, or a community cause, their reliability is rooted in a deep care for the impact of their actions. It's as if their sense of duty becomes a guiding light, helping them make decisions that strengthen trust and foster lasting bonds. In our own lives, cultivating responsibility like Virgo means stepping into our own power by owning our choices and their consequences. It means showing up consistently, even when it's hard, and understanding that reliability builds the foundation for all meaningful relationships. When we take responsibility seriously, we don't just improve our own lives, we create ripples of trust and respect that touch everyone around us. Together, these first qualities, organization, attention to detail, perfectionism, and responsibility, form a solid foundation that supports Virgo's quiet strength. They teach us how structure and awareness, combined with high standards and deep commitment, can empower us to navigate life with grace and effectiveness. And as we explore more of Virgo's gifts, you'll see how these traits open the door to emotional depth, behavior. Analytical strength is not about cold detachment, but about creating clarity. It helps Virgos avoid knee-jerk reactions and instead make thoughtful decisions grounded in reality. You might think of a Virgo friend who always seems to have a plan, who can calmly map out solutions when others feel lost. Their mind moves with precision and purpose, helping them stay ahead and navigate uncertainty with a quiet confidence. This trait reminds us how valuable it is to develop our own critical thinking and to view problems as puzzles to solve rather than obstacles that block us. When you feel overwhelmed, try stepping back and breaking down your situation into smaller pieces. Ask yourself, what can I control? What's the first step I can take? This simple practice can turn confusion into clarity, just like it does for Virgo. Practicality is closely tied to this analytical approach. Virgos are not dreamers who get lost in lofty ideas. Instead, they ground themselves in what actually works. They instinctively seek the most effective, efficient solutions rather than wasting time on concepts that don't deliver results. Imagine someone at work who is always the one to suggest straightforward, actionable steps when projects stall. Their focus is on what can be done right now, not on what could be in an ideal world. This practical mindset is a valuable lesson for all of us, especially in a world full of distractions and endless possibilities. It teaches us the power of focusing on what truly matters and taking concrete actions. For instance, if you have a goal to improve your health, rather than getting caught up in every new diet fad, a practical approach would be to start with small, manageable changes, like drinking more water or walking a little each day. These steady steps build real progress. Virgo's practicality also helps them conserve energy and resources. By avoiding unnecessary complexity, they prevent burnout and increase their impact. If you find yourself overwhelmed by choices or ideas, try asking, what's the simplest solution? What's the most effective next step? Practicing this kind of grounded thinking can create calm and momentum in your life, much like it does for Virgo. One of the most quietly powerful qualities Virgos possess is their humility. In a culture that often rewards loud confidence and self-promotion, Virgos stand out because of their modesty. This humility is not weakness but strength, a deep-rooted resilience that keeps their ego in check. It allows them to stay focused on growth and meaningful work, rather than chasing external validation. Think about someone you know who never boasts but consistently delivers great results. Their humility invites trust and respect. It creates a safe space for collaboration, where ideas flow freely without the need for ego battles. This quality fosters genuine relationships because it shows that success isn't about being the center and consistently. Humility also helps Virgos learn from mistakes and remain open to new perspectives. It softens the fear of failure, which is essential for personal growth. If you struggle with perfectionism or self-doubt, embracing humility can be a balm. It reminds us that it's okay not to have all the answers, and that growth often comes through vulnerability and openness. When you let go of the need to prove yourself, you create space to truly evolve. Closely linked to humility is Virgo's deep empathy. This is not just feeling for others, but truly understanding their experiences and emotions. Virgos have an intuitive ability to connect on a subtle level, sensing what others might be going through, even when it's not spoken aloud. This emotional insight makes them compassionate listeners and thoughtful supporters. Imagine a friend who remembers the small details about what you've shared, who checks in just when you need it most, or who offers advice that feels both wise and kind. That's the power of Virgo's empathy. It's a bridge between their analytical mind and their heart, allowing them to respond not just logically, but with genuine care. This empathetic nature teaches us the importance of emotional intelligence in building strong relationships. It encourages us to listen deeply, to be present with others without judgment, and to offer support in ways that truly meet their needs. Practicing empathy doesn't just help those around us, it enriches our own lives, fostering connection and meaning. If you want to cultivate this in your own life, start by paying attention to others' emotions without rushing to fix or judge. Sometimes, the greatest gift is simply being there and listening. Over time, this practice will deepen your relationships and bring more compassion into your world. As we explore these qualities, analytical thinking, practicality, humility, and empathy, you begin to see how they weave together to form a foundation of strength that is both intellectual and deeply human. These traits show us the power of balance, thinking clearly while feeling deeply, acting efficiently while staying grounded, striving for excellence while remaining humble. And now, get ready, because the next 3 insights we'll dive into are some of the most profound and even controversial aspects of Virgo's nature. These truths will challenge what you thought you knew and reveal deeper layers of this remarkable sign. Stay tuned. There's a quiet strength in Virgo's discretion that often goes unnoticed, but plays a crucial role in how they build trust and navigate their relationships. It's more than just keeping secrets. It's a deep respect for boundaries and a careful handling of sensitive information. Think about the last time you shared something personal with a friend and felt Virgo's natural confidants. People instinctively feel comfortable opening up to them, knowing their vulnerabilities won't be exposed or judged. It's a kind of emotional sanctuary built on integrity and respect. In professional settings, this discretion is equally valuable. Virgos are often the ones trusted with sensitive projects or difficult conversations because they manage them with care and maturity. If you reflect on your own life, you might find that practicing discretion can deepen your relationships and create environments where honesty and openness thrive. It means listening without rushing to share, respecting others' privacy, and being mindful of the power that comes with trust. When you cultivate this, you become someone others rely on, not just for advice, but for genuine support. Another defining trait of Virgo is their unwavering commitment. When they make a promise or take on a responsibility, they dedicate themselves fully, no matter the cost. This isn't about obligation or pressure. It's a heartfelt devotion that drives them to see things through to the end. Imagine a friend who always follows up, who never lets you down, even when it's inconvenient or challenging. That's the spirit of Virgo's commitment. This dedication creates a foundation of reliability and dependability that is rare and deeply comforting. It's the kind of commitment that builds lasting trust and solid partnerships. In life, whether it's personal goals, work projects, or relationships, staying committed means facing setbacks without giving up, It's the slow, steady path toward mastery and fulfillment. If you want to strengthen this in your own life, try focusing on small promises first, showing up on time, completing tasks, being present for others. Over time, these small acts build your reliability and self-respect. Remember, true commitment isn't about perfection, it's about persistence and integrity, just like Virgo teaches us. Closely tied to commitment is Virgo's remarkable work ethic. This is not just about working hard, but about working with intention and resilience. Virgos don't shy away from difficult tasks or long hours. Instead, they embrace challenges as opportunities to prove their capabilities and grow. Think of someone who tackles a tough project at work with patience and focus, refusing to quit even when progress seems slow. That determination is the essence of Virgo's work ethic. This approach leads to consistent achievement and personal growth. Virgos understand that success is rarely instant. It comes from perseverance and a willingness to put in the effort day after day. They inspire others by their example, showing that dedication and discipline can overcome obstacles and open doors. In your own journey, remember that building a strong work ethic is a process. It's about setting realistic goals, breaking down discipline, the quiet voice that pushes you forward even when excitement wanes. Like Virgo, embrace the journey with patience and persistence. Virgos also have a deep sense of prudence that guides their decisions with care and wisdom. They rarely act impulsively. Instead, they weigh options, consider risks, and think through consequences before moving forward. This thoughtful approach protects them from unnecessary mistakes and helps them navigate complex situations with confidence. Imagine someone who carefully plans their career moves or major life choices, avoiding rash decisions that could lead to regrets. That's the power of Virgo's prudence. This quality encourages us all to slow down and reflect before acting. In a fast-paced world that often rewards speed, taking time to think things through is a courageous and valuable practice. It means asking ourselves, what are the possible outcomes? What risks am I willing to take? How can I prepare better? This habit of prudence fosters clarity and calm, helping us make wiser choices that align with our long-term well-being. Cultivating prudence doesn't mean avoiding risks altogether, but rather approaching life with thoughtful caution. It's about balancing courage with care, taking steps forward while protecting what matters most. Like Virgo, when we develop this balance, we create a solid foundation for lasting success and peace of mind. As we reflect on these qualities, discretion, commitment, work ethic, and prudence, you begin to see the depth of Virgo's character. These traits show a remarkable blend of responsibility, integrity, and wisdom that quietly shapes their path. They remind us that true strength often lies in the things we don't see right away, those steady, intentional actions and choices that build a life of meaning. And now, prepare yourself, because the final 3 insights we're about to explore are some of the most profound and thought-provoking aspects of Virgo's nature. They will challenge your understanding and reveal deeper truths that might just change the way you see yourself and others. Stay with me for these eye-opening revelations. Virgo's intelligence goes far beyond being just book smart. It's a vibrant, restless curiosity that pushes them to explore, learn, and understand the world around them deeply. Imagine someone who never stops asking questions, who dives into new topics with enthusiasm, and who loves unraveling complex ideas simply for the joy of discovery. This kind of intelligence fuels their growth and adaptability, allowing them to stay ahead in both their personal and professional lives. It's easy to admire this trait when you see a Virgo quickly mastering new skills. Think about the times when understanding a situation fully helped you avoid conflict or make a better choice. Virgo's intellectual curiosity is like that, always seeking clarity and insight before taking action. If you want to cultivate this in your own life, start by embracing lifelong learning. Read widely, ask questions, and allow yourself to be fascinated by the unknown. Don't be afraid to explore new ideas or challenge your existing beliefs. The more you feed your curiosity, the more your mind will expand, giving you the tools to navigate life's complexities with confidence and grace. Closely connected to intelligence is Virgo's adaptability. At first glance, Virgos might seem like creatures of habit who prefer routine and order. But beneath that surface is a remarkable flexibility. When life throws unexpected changes their way, they can pivot with calm and purpose. This adaptability is a psychological strength, helping them manage uncertainty without losing their sense of direction. Imagine someone who suddenly has to adjust to a new job, a move, or a shift in relationships. Instead of resisting or panicking, Virgo approaches the situation thoughtfully, assessing what needs to change and how best to move forward. Their ability to stay grounded while adapting makes them resilient, capable of thriving even in challenging circumstances. This teaches us an important lesson. Adaptability is not about losing yourself, but about staying true to your core values while being open to change. If you feel stuck or fearful of change, try focusing on what you can control and remind yourself that flexibility often leads to growth. Like Virgo, practice embracing uncertainty as a space for new opportunities and learning. Self-discipline is another quietly powerful trait that Virgo embodies. It's the inner strength that keeps them focused on their goals, even when motivation dips or distractions arise. This isn't about rigid control, but about cultivating habits that support their long-term vision. Think of someone who wakes up early to exercise, sticks to a study schedule, or consistently shows up for work, no matter how tired they feel. That steady commitment is self-discipline in action. Virgos use this strength to manage their time, energy, and priorities effectively. It allows them to say no to things that don't serve their goals, and yes to consistent progress. If you've ever struggled with procrastination, Virgo's example reminds us that success is often about showing up day after day. Simple goodwill, it's an active force that builds connection and healing. Virgos genuinely care about others' well-being and are often the first to offer support, advice, or a listening ear. Imagine having a friend who notices when you're struggling and reaches out with kindness without being asked. That's the heart of Virgo's empathy in action. This kindness is both practical and sincere. Virgos don't just offer empty words, they take meaningful steps to help, whether that's giving thoughtful advice, lending a hand, or simply being present. Their kindness fosters trust and loyalty, turning relationships into deep, lasting bonds. In our own lives, practicing kindness can be transformative. It starts with small acts, listening without judgment, offering help without expecting anything in return, and showing patience during difficult times. When we cultivate kindness, we not only support others but also nurture our own emotional health and happiness. Together, these qualities, intelligence, adaptability, self-discipline, and kindness, paint a rich picture of Virgo's balanced nature. They combine sharp minds with soft hearts, steady focus with flexible responses, and a drive for growth with deep care for others. And now, as we approach the final part of our journey, prepare for the most profound and even challenging truths about Virgo. These last insights will invite you to see this sign and perhaps yourself in a whole new light. Stay with me because what comes next could change everything. Virgo's dedication is a quiet yet powerful force. It's the kind of energy that pushes them to fully invest themselves in everything they do. When they commit to a goal, a relationship, or a project, they bring their whole heart and mind to it. This dedication isn't flashy or loud, it's steady and persistent. Imagine someone working late into the night, not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to see their work done well. That's the depth of Virgo's dedication. This trait shows us the importance of wholehearted involvement. When you truly dedicate yourself, you build something meaningful, whether it's a skill, a connection, or a dream. Dedication helps Virgos overcome obstacles and setbacks because they don't give up easily. It's like having a flame that burns steadily, even in difficult times. In your own life, think about what deserves your full dedication. It could be your health, your family, or a personal passion. When you focus your energy with intention, even small steps add up to big changes. Let Virgo's example inspire you to commit fully to what matters most. Then there is caution, a trait often misunderstood as hesitation or fear. But for Virgo, caution is a powerful wisdom that guides their choices with care. They don't rush into decisions. Instead, they carefully evaluate risks and possible outcomes before taking action. Think about a time when you paused before making an important choice and avoided a mistake because of that moment of reflection. That's the essence of Virgo's caution. This thoughtful approach protects them from unnecessary harm and creates a sense of security. It doesn't mean avoiding challenges or risks entirely, but approaching them with awareness and preparation. Virgo's caution helps them navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and clear-headedness. In your own journey, practicing caution can mean slowing down to think before acting, listening to your intuition and weighing your options. It's a balance between courage and care, and it helps you move forward wisely. Virgo teaches us that sometimes the greatest strength is in thoughtful restraint. As we look back at all these qualities, their intelligence, adaptability, self-discipline, kindness, dedication, and caution, we see a remarkable blend of heart and mind. Virgo's gifts are about balance, the ability to think deeply and act wisely, to care genuinely and stay grounded, to persevere patiently and choose carefully. These traits don't just create success in the outside world, they build resilience, emotional depth, and meaningful connections. They remind us that strength often comes in subtle forms, quietly shaping lives with purpose and grace. If this video resonated with you, if you see parts of yourself in Virgo's nature or want to grow in these ways, please consider subscribing. Sharing this with someone who might need these insights could spark their own journey towards self-discovery. There is so much more to explore about personality, astrology, and personal growth. I invite you to stay connected because our next videos will dive even deeper, unveiling new perspectives and truths that inspire and challenge us all. Thank you for being here and sharing this moment of reflection. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and remember, true power lies in the quiet strength within you.